Hi, Natasha here, sports dietitian at NMC Nutrition. Today we're going to talk about the 4 keys to remember when using protein powder. So first I want to remind you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet so you can keep seeing these videos. So key number 1 that we want to remember is that you want to make sure to go for a certified product. Now, supplements are not regulated in North America or in Europe. So what this means is that a company can put a powder in a bottle and there's no government regulation, Health Canada, the FDA do not verify to see if the powder in the bottle is actually what's written on the label. So studies show that 10 to 15%, and some studies show up to 20%, of supplements actually contain prohibited substances. So if you're an athlete who gets tested for doping, then there is quite a risk, if you're not looking for an NSF or an Informed Sport certified product, that you test positive for doping. The other risk is that the ingredients that are contained on the label may not actually be in the product. So another study showed that 80% of supplements that were tested showed that they did not contain what was written on the label. So in 68% of cases, there were substitutions to the products that were listed on the label, and in 32% of cases, there was none of the active ingredient that was actually marketed in the product. So we want to make sure, number 1, that we know that all certifications are not the same. NSF, Certified for Sport, and Informed Sport would be the 2 best certifications. Now, they don't assure that you won't test positive for doping, but they do reduce the risk. So the risk is always the risk of the athlete. Now, you can find both these websites where they do list which products are certified and which batch numbers even are certified as well. So make sure to go check them out. I'll put the link to this in this video in the notes so that you can see where to go look for this information. Now, key number 2 is you want to make sure you have the proper amount of protein and you're taking it at the proper timing. So proper amount of protein means we're looking at about 0.3 grams of protein per kilo body weight that you weigh in the hour after training. So this means about 20 to 30 grams of protein. I've seen some athletes getting 50, 60 grams of protein. They're double dosing their protein powder. Not necessary. You're going to end up peeing out the rest and you're just not utilizing it, okay? So make sure you're taking the right dose for your weight within the hour after training if you are choosing to go for protein powder. The other thing to remember, number 3, is that you want to make sure to only take it once a day if you are doing protein powder, because we want to focus on real food first. Studies show that you're not going to see more results or more recovery from protein powder than you will from real food. So the real food is going to have a lot more vitamins and minerals, zinc, magnesium, calcium, a lot of the different vitamins and minerals that help for muscle contraction and for recovery, for example. So if you're having protein powder regularly, although these may be added in, the nutrients, they're not going to be as bioavailable, so as well absorbed, okay? So we want to make sure to choose real food first. Things like Greek yogurt and chicken and fish and even beans and tofu to help get your protein that way. The protein powder should be your plan B, maybe when you don't have access to food and you're not at home. It's a quick and easy grab. The 4th thing to remember, finally, is you want to combine with carbohydrates. Most protein powders contain minimal carbohydrates. And the issue is, if you're replacing your protein in recovery after training, but you're not replacing the carbs, your body is going to take the protein and try to use it to fill your gas tank, because your gas tank is usually filled with carbohydrates. So what's going to happen is you're not going to get maximal recovery and your ability to recover will be affected. So generally what we're looking for is a 3-to-1 carb to protein ratio. You want 3 times more carbs than protein. So if your protein powder that you choose to take does not contain carbohydrates, then make sure to have it with a banana, with a slice of bread, with a granola bar, with a homemade muffin, just making sure that the ratios are correct so that you are getting maximal recovery. Hope this was useful. Don't forget to like and share if you enjoyed it. And remember, nutrition is a science, not an opinion.